Hello, online students. I hope you are excited to start this course. It's going to be a good one. I wanted to give you guys a few pointers on how to navigate Brightspace and the way that it works for these online courses. Since they're graduate courses, a lot of times things are set up a little bit differently from undergraduate courses, and I just wanted to make sure that all students are well prepared for that. When you first get on your course, right up here at the top of your page, you'll see all of your active courses that you're in. Usually they're in like a light blue color. You click on the class you want. For today, we're just going to be using this example course. Some of you may not be in this course. This is just the example course I'm using today, but this is how most of my courses are laid out, so I just wanted to make sure you're familiar with that. As you can see, this is course home. This is what it looks like when you hit the home button. You will see a welcome message from me, and then over here on the right you'll see something called the content browser. If I were you, I would not use the content browser. The browser only gives you a very limited look at what's in each module, and you can't see the descriptions that I give of like each of the tasks. The content browser is really not an efficient way to move around this course, so I would suggest instead of using the content browser to look at the course, you come up here to the top bar and you click Content. This will give you a complete look at every piece of the course. In each of the content modules, I give descriptions about each of the assignments and activities that you are needing to do. That way you know what they're for and kind of, which some are self-explanatory, of course, like this one right here, syllabi. You know, unless this is your first time in higher education, which since you're in a graduate course, it probably is not, you already know what a syllabi is. This one as well, SFA online support for Brightspace. If you click this, you will get an online support link. Brightspace tutorials, if you have struggles with something in Brightspace and you're just learning how to use it, feel free to click this. Accessibility tips. If you have a special need, a disability of any type, number one, please let me know right away so I can make sure that if anything on the course is not accessible to you, I can do my best to make it accessible to you. And number two, if there are accommodations that you have under federal law, I would really like to know about those. It is so important that every person is able to learn in an online environment equally, and I intend to honor that no matter your ability or disability. So as you can see, there's different things on this page. There's also a question discussion board. If you have any questions throughout the course, feel free to post it in here and it will pop up in my email and I will be able to answer it for you. So let's say you're ready to get started on the course. Hit Content, Module 1 over here on the left-hand side of the screen. Module 1 pops up, okay? In each module, there will be a description section that has each of the things you're supposed to do in the module, okay? Let me just say that online classes are not books. They're not meant to be read like books. They are websites. They should be interacted with different pieces serving different purposes. So for example, let's say, introduce yourself here, discussion topic. You go into the discussion topic, you introduce yourself, and then you're ready to go back to Module 1. Right here, you click back to Module 1. Okay? Now, there is another way to get back to Module 1, and that's to click this button right here, which takes you to the next link in the list of links that are in this module. This is why I don't suggest that. This does not necessarily include what the purpose of this section is or where it is in the module. Okay? Notice, introduce yourself, introduction, pretty self-explanatory, a video about the class, Ed Tech in Schools. This is a web page that I created that you need to read. Notice up here, this tells you exactly what you need to read through. This tells you exactly what assignments you need to do. So clicking through each of the parts of this like a book would not be helpful in trying to figure out how to navigate this class. Instead, just go back to Module 1 and go down each of them just like you're on a website. Okay. Okay, there was another thing that I wanted to go over real quick with you. Since this is a graduate course, again, you are not going to see specific directions about each and every assignment. Part of being in a graduate course is being able to use your critical thinking skills and being able to figure out things. Now, let's say you exhaust all your resources, which are everything in this class and the world of Google. Since this is a class about educational technology, I expect you to Google things. I expect you to look at the online resources that are already available and not necessarily depend solely on what I am providing you. That's just part of becoming a professional in the educational technology field. So I expect you to be able to navigate problems and try to figure them out on your own first. Of course, I'm available if you have just come to the end of your rope and you have no idea what in the world you should be doing. The table of contents is over here. You can click on course schedule. And since this is an example course, none of the due dates have uploaded. Course tools, here's where all the discussion pages will be. If you want to look at them all at once, I don't think that's very helpful, but if you want to go back and look at some, that's just fine. We also have what's called the Dropbox. The Dropbox is where you'll have to turn in a lot of your assignments. Everything in Dropbox is also goes through a plagiarism checker. So it's really important that you always cite other people's work and never take people's words that are not yours. We also have quizzes, which some courses have quizzes, some don't. This one has a small quiz right here. You can access those in the quizzes tab. Let's see here. Mine looks slightly different from yours, obviously, which is okay. If you need to go to a Zoom meeting, there is a Zoom link. If you need to go email, there's an email link. You can also access email through this little email type button right here. You should have alerts right here for due dates if you are wanting to see those. If for some reason that you just need to look like at an overview of the whole course, one thing that I like to do is put a calendar in the syllabi, and you can go through the syllabi and see exactly what is due when and how much it is worth. That way this aligns also with the descriptions on each module. So that's just an overview of kind of how online courses work, how I like to create online courses, and how many graduate courses at other universities work as well. Remember, this is a website, this is a learning management system. It is not meant to be exhaustive. It is meant to simply inspire you to construct knowledge and do the inquiry-based assignments so that you are learning. Good luck!